September we met, I could tell by your smile. You hadn't been with a good girl like me in a while. Yeah, you were impressed, couldn't leave me alone. Text me every time that you pick up the phone. And I had control in the driver's seat, but my hands are slipping off the wheel. Now the tables have turned.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Na, and this term I'm making hovercraft. The fact of this project, I want to make the vehicles. I want to make hovercraft for a long time, and I want to make a vehicle that have less restriction. The restriction that I mean is the vehicle can drive in the place that they usually don't. Just like cars. I want to make cars that can drive on in water, and I want to make a boat that can drive on land. So I decided to make a hovercraft. My idea is, just like I said, I want to make a hovercraft. I want to prove myself about making vehicles and make another vehicles with a good quality. So next gonna be the process of my project. First, finding information and knowledge. I have learned about friction, material that I need to use. It should be light and strong. And also I have learned how to calculate the winds that blow to make the hovercraft float. So the next step, second step, design hovercraft just like this picture. So I have made a hovercraft 50 multiplied by 25. Make the circle at the top and then make a hole to let the air float. Skirts need to blow up and airs can blow down to make the hovercraft float. Next, find the material. So the first time I have used wood, but there is the better material to use is like foam that was used to make a RC plane. Wrap up with tape. It will be stronger and better. Next, make a hovercraft that can move. So I have started out with soldering the wires together, and then get every pieces all together. And next, I have test if it's work or not. I have test the first time on land, the third times on water. I have test on land for 2 times because I get a problem that the bags that I use is too thin, so the skirt was have a holes inside and it's not working. So I need to find a new material. This is the problem solution. So I have used black plastic bags that stronger, thicker, and also hard to rip. So next, the wood that I use is too heavy. Just like I said at the material parts, I have used a foam that wrap up with tape. It's strong and light. It's better. And the laser cutter. My first design was took me so long to design, and laser cutter took so long for my queue. So I decided to design a new hovercraft and start new one. So next is my learning issue. So I have learned how to make a real hovercraft that was not a toy, because this hovercraft, I forgot to say that I will upgrade at the next term to make it better so it can drive like a vehicle. So remaining me how to calculate the friction. This term I have learned up my skill about how to calculate the friction. I have learned for like last 1 year already, so I almost forget. But this term I have upgraded my skill about calculating. How to use RC Paint remote control set. At the first time I have never know how to use this thing because there is a channel that I don't know, because all my time I was using a gun. That's the remote control that looks like gun. for RC cars, I have never used remote control. So how to cut a foam, that's for making an RC plane. So I have learned from my teacher that I need to angle the cutter 45 degrees to make the foam cut beautifully, and it's not make a small dust. So upgrading my skill of soldering. At the first time, my teacher said that I have a bad skill of soldering, but now I have upgraded myself, making it better, and also it's safe for for making a hovercraft. The wires not touching each other, and so that's safe. And this is my final product. In the middle, it's a hovercraft before I change into the foam, and left and right is the hovercraft that I have test. At the right, I have test on the land. It's worked pretty great, but some of them are ripped, so I have making a new skirt and test in the water. That was better, and it can drive very safely and also didn't fall apart. So thank you for listening.